Let me introduce you to a new game called Fortune. It's similar to Monopoly, except Fortune has various game board designs which allow boards to be combined to create bigger cities, and the banker gives each player an undisclosed amount of money. Let's meet the players. We have Todd, Megan, Kylie, Daryl, and Sean. They roll the dice to determine who will be the banker. Daryl rolls the highest total. He puts an undisclosed amount of money in the envelopes and gives one to each player. Now they roll the dice to determine who plays first. Sean rolls the highest total, so he'll go first. He rolls a 3. He wants to buy the property. He opens his envelope and has $200. However, the property costs $250. Todd rolls a 6. He wants to buy the property. He opens his envelope and has $600. He buys the property for $250 and buys a house for $150 to put on the property. He'll be able to collect a higher amount of rent if another player lands on his property. Megan rolls a 3. She wants to buy the property. She opens her envelope and has $400. She buys the property for $250. Kylie rolls a 9. She wants to buy the property. She opens her envelope and has $100. However, the property costs $500. After several more rounds, some players have landed on luck spaces, which allows them to draw a luck card to receive extra money from the bank, and players have collected $100 for passing start. Todd, Megan, and Daryl were able to buy several properties quickly, as well as save a substantial amount of money. Unfortunately, this has resulted in Sean and Kylie no longer being able to play because they have spent all their savings and sold their properties to pay rent to the other players. Sean and Kylie decide to get another fortune board to start a new game. Sean rolls the highest total, so he's the banker. He puts money in both of their envelopes, so when they land on property, they have a chance to purchase the property and build houses. After several rounds, they both manage to acquire several properties, houses, and save money. Todd, Megan, and Daryl notice that Sean and Kylie are having a lot of fun and want to play on Sean and Kylie's game board. They decide to combine both game boards to create a bigger city. Each player gets to keep all their money and any property they have from their previous games. Since Todd, Megan, and Daryl have more property and money in the previous game, they are able to pay rent to Sean and Kylie when they land on their properties. They also have the ability to buy several properties and houses. As the game continues, Sean and Kylie eventually have to spend their savings and sell their properties to pay rent to the other players. Ultimately, Sean and Kylie are no longer in the game. This game demonstrates how disparities can cause a trickle-down effect. The undisclosed amount of money given to the players may have seemed random, however, the banker controlled which players received the most money, and this created opportunity for some players to buy property faster. Having more properties provided the ability to earn more money from rent. However, it resulted in other players paying more rent, which directly caused them not to be able to save money and limited their ability to buy property. Home ownership or affordable rent translates to generational wealth. People of color are more likely to pay higher application fees, security deposits, and rent, which decreases mobility. When more income is spent towards rent, less income can be set aside for a down payment towards a home or put in savings to help ensure long-term wealth for future generations. In the housing market, if a person is able to acquire land or a home, that is typically a majority of their total accumulated wealth. In return, this wealth can be passed down and helps ensure upward mobility for future generations.